Hey guys, I thought I'd do some quick video and camera testing for you. Throw this up there. It's all going to be pretty much raw. I'm not going to do a whole lot of editing to this video. I just want you to see what the Motorola Razr Fold can do with its cameras. Right now I'm using the external cameras, in other words the back cameras, and I'm looking at the screen because I can do that. With the Motorola you can reverse the screen, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm using the main cameras here. So this is a 50 megapixel lens main shooter doing the video here, and as you can see it's turning out really good. And I've got just a slight bit of sunlight, so I figured I'd come do it because in the gloomy days it just does not look good whatsoever. So let's get right to it. I'm going to do some selfies and then we'll go ahead and hopefully be able to talk right through the video because I want to do it with screen record. So let's go to it. I'll be right back. So this is the front facing selfie camera right here, and as you can see it coming out pretty good. Look at the clouds. Anything washed out, blown out? Not really. The sun is behind the clouds right now, so it's not very bright out, but it is doing quite well, I think. And you can see in the back, is there a lot of blur or bokeh in the back? It looks like it's pretty clear, crystal clear here. So I'm not sure it's going to do that except when you take portrait photos or use the other camera, because I saw the portrait and the intro here when you saw it. So let's go ahead and move to the internal camera. So here we are now on the internal screen here on this thing. It did stop recording when I flipped it open, which makes sense. So now we're the selfie camera inside. So it looks pretty much the same to me, and hopefully the spinning around isn't making you dizzy. So how's that background noise? I live close to an airport. You can hear the airplane flying by. Maybe if I turn around you might be able to see it, but there is background noise, background sound. How's it picking it up? Is it picking it up? Is it magnifying my voice? We'll have to see in post. Now let's go ahead and switch over to doing some portraits. So I'm going to stop this, and I should still be screen recording and you should be able to see me here. So I'm going to flip this to portrait view. Oh, no, that's not, I'm already at portrait. We're going to change this to photos. You can see photos here. It's doing okay. This is the internal screen and everything's nice and clean and clear. And let's go ahead and just snap a shot. Okay, now if we move over to portrait, portrait adds that portrait blur. So there we go, we've got that in the back. And there is a portrait blur setting, that's this f-stop here. And of course we can take it down to 0. Now it looks like, might as well just use their standard photo, but you can really blur the background right there. So we'll take one more shot here and see. So I think it's being set at 3 was probably pretty good, so we'll just leave it there. And I'm assuming it's going to be the same on the external camera for the selfie portrait. Now what's really cool, I think, we can flip this around by pressing that button. See, it's telling me to flip it around, so we'll flip it around here. There we go, and we are still on portrait, but now using the main cameras. So that's really cool, and it went to the metric system, which is kind of interesting. So you have plenty of different aspects you can do, or zoom. And on the other side, of course, you had just 2 settings. So we'll do a similar photo here outside. It's kind of hard to remember to look at the camera when you're doing it this way. So there you go. I think that's probably going to be much clearer. So let's go ahead and go to video here. And folks were asking about the video, of course, when you want to compare this to something like the Samsung. So let's flip this around. Here's the video outside. My yard is extremely green. I don't know if you're going to see that here in the actual video. The camera is pretty steady. Do I have steady shot turned on? I don't believe I do. I'm not quite sure how to turn that on, but here we go. Anyway, I think it's doing a really good job. How's it doing on transition, bright sky, down my dark? It's pretty fast. The transition's really good. I like that. How's that green grass looking? Looking really green. And then we'll go over here and do some zooming because people want to know, some of you anyway, want to know how the zoom works. So we'll go ahead and zoom into that shade. Of course, you can see as I go, that's 2 times, 3 times, all the way down to 6 times. And then you can actually zoom in closer. That's about 10 times right there. And then let's go to 20 times. Still pretty clear. Starting to pixelate. I guess 20 is the max on this thing, but you can hold it pretty steady. It's not jumping around too much on me. Let's go right back there to that cow. There we go. That's a cow planter that I'm making for my wife. I've been making it for about 6 months. Now that the summer break's coming from school, I'll be able to paint it. Anyway, so there's your video. Now let's go ahead and switch over to photos. So I'm going to stop that. There's photos. Let's back up a little bit here. And as you can see, the thing takes really good photos. Let's go ahead and snap a shot here. And zoom on into 3 times. Catch that cow. 6 times. And we'll go 10 times. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch over here to this little turtle here, because I'm going to show you maybe how this compares to another phone. So there's their turtle, and this is at 10 times. I'll just snap it real quick, and then we'll go to 50 times on this guy. See how 50 times turns out. Where'd he go? There he is, the turtle. Snap that photo. Now it should have AI working in the background. Let's go all the way to 100, and let's just get his head here. Now 100 times is kind of hard to hold still. There we go. All right. Now what's AI doing to this thing? Okay, let's see if AI corrects it. Hey, that's looked pretty good. Now let's go over here to the other one. It should clean it up. That looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and switch to my Honor Magic V5 and do that same zooming on that same turtle. So hang on just 1 second. Okay, here we are on the Honor Magic V5, and there's that 6 times zoom. There's that turtle. Let's grab that shot, and we want to go all the way to 50 times on the turtle. And then we're going to go to 100 times. Snap that bad boy. And let's see what those are doing here. I'll show it on the computer. Well, there you have it. Just kind of a quick synopsis of these cameras on this phone. It's Motorola Razr Fold. You know, I will of course do a more in-depth, detailed review of the camera and the photos and the videos, and this definitely a comparison against all the other folds out there. So this is just to get you a nice teaser of what's to come. Now, some of you have asked, yes, I did get the stylus that came with the phone. Just haven't mentioned it in any of the videos yet, because I'll touch on that later when I do the breakdown of the phone review itself, and maybe even in comparisons with other phones like the Honor Magic V5 that I also have the stylus for. So now if you have any questions or comments or things you want to make sure I cover in upcoming videos, make sure you leave those down in the comments. If you want to see more on this Motorola Razr Fold, at least my first impression, check out this video here. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and God bless.